Okay, hello and welcome everyone to D3 Qatar here. Hello Idiot, hello Star, hello Mars, hello Davito. Um, it's a full lobby today. I don't know if yeah. So we'll be racing D3 here in Qatar. Let's do a track analysis for now. So, this is the track we'll be racing on today. It's almost a hairpin into turn 1, then you've got a almost hairpin into turn 2, then you got the flat out turn 4, turn 3, then you got a break in these turn 4 and turn 5, then you go all the way till the hairpin of turn 6, and Diamonds is not leaving me alone at all. Um, then you go on a bit of a straight, then hard corners right about the Viterbo, hard to get right with track limits, then almost a hairpin again, and then the most satisfying part of this track, the flat out corners. Then you go into the 15, turn 15, and then you go into turn 16 and on the pit straight, and that's how your lap will look around the Qatar today. It's high degradation. We could see some drivers running out of fuel. You gotta overfuel by a lot to get till the end. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how this race works out. There's a lot of fast drivers. You got Jamie here, Kingas, and a lot of other I don't know on top of my mind really. So um, we can now get onto the track. No, wait. Did you add future? I need to sing. Don't even try to do that. I swear, if someone's gonna do that. Oh no, it really exists. I'm gonna sing something copyrighted. Demons is not gonna be happy. But yeah, I forgot about it. Um, we got the track here. I don't know what to sing. I know only few songs, so I can sing. I can sing bit of Rickroll, you know. Um, Maybe I can sing my national anthem. that's that's maybe one of the things I can sing really. No other. So who do we got on a lap? IRS heading from the pit lane into turn 1. He's on an out lap. Nothing hard to commentate on it. So it's the nice lights here. I think I can get the tires out the way. So we see more of this Haas of Iris and the beautiful track. Hard to get right. Lots of mistakes are gonna be made in this Grand Prix. I think there's gonna be a lot of penalties. It's gonna be pretty much how Starry would say it would be a penalty sprint for all of them. Who's gonna get the least of penalties? It's gonna be about that, really. Um, so we now gotta wait till Ira starts his laps, and we can get on board with him and see his banker. Hopefully he's not gonna invalidate, and we can see the beautiful lap as he heading into the final corner now. You wanna get the greatest exit of your life out of this corner, so you can get really the greatest performance on the straight, the greatest kilometers per hour on the straight. It's all high downforce track, so every kilometer counts. Into turn 1, you want to get the power down, and then right after quickly again for the turn 2. Now we gotta go into this turn, which is flat out, not hard to get right. Now we are heading into these corners. Hard to get right. It's really debatable if you want to shift down to 5th. Now into this corner, I think it would be better to shift down into turn 3, and it looks like impeding from the Alfa Romeo and that's Jamie Hester, probably impeding there. But however, we are still on a lap with IRS, who's still pushing to my things. So on the straight, we go into the beautiful, satisfying 3 corners in a row. How much you counted? Now into this turn, you want to get the throttle down as much as you want, but wait for the track limit. It could pay you a lot. Now, again, greatest exit of your life. Second greatest exit of your life, actually, before the outlap. He's gonna go across the line to complete the lap 1:21.5. We gotta spectate Excellence now, who's actually Williams now. Wasn't he in Mercedes? Okay then. Okay, big one. So Excellence across the line. He's gonna beat Iris's pole time by merely 3/10. Yeah, Diamonds, that's your loss. It's gonna be easier for me to catch you in the standings. Constructors, McLaren. But to be honest, I'm shit at I'm shit at Qatar, so yeah. There's nothing gonna be for me. But the times are still hanging around. I don't think the cars in 22s are gonna be safe. With full grid, it's gonna be really hard to tell if you're safe, and pretty easy on the same. Who do we got on a lap? No one on a lap whatsoever. Jamie is gonna complete his lap. Probably is gonna get something from impeding Iris. Maybe he didn't impede him. We'll see what Iris is gonna think about that. But he goes fastest by 1/10 a lap, almost 2/10. You could say that. Pretty needy lap for him. As Walt is gonna be next across the line as he almost spins around. That was great save from Walt as he heads into the pit lane. But that save was nice indeed. It would be even nicer if he completed that lap, but the save was nice to see from Walt, the Red Bull driver here. I don't think there's anyone else on a lap actually. Maybe Kingas trying to push for another lap, but I don't think the fuel is gonna count into that. As Bavish goes into the pit, Husky probably is gonna go for a second lap. He's saving KRS, so we're gonna watch on board with him. Now he's actually going into the pit lane, and I look like a clown. Cam probably. We got also the Las Vegas livery for the Ferrari, a beautiful one. I love the livery total. You could say we got special livery from the Ferrari boys here in Qatar, and probably maybe for another race week. I don't think it's gonna hang in around that long to see that livery for another weekend. Jindy Suide is gonna probably, he is on a lap actually, so let's watch on board with him. His teammate is first, he's 2 seconds down on his time, probably did some mistake, because almost everyone is in the 22s. I mean everyone, Rice maybe did some mistake because you can not really be slower 26 seconds if you want to get into this league, of course. We are heading with Jindy Suide here through this section. It doesn't look that fast as his teammate, but it could be a decent time. That's our one stand anyway. So heading into the city-flying section. He's improving by a second. Now he's not lifting at all. He's pushing everything out of it. Now into this tricky section, he gets it right. Into the final corner. You want to get the greatest exit of your life. Again, I'm gonna be saying that a lot of times today. But he opens the DRS. He's gonna go across the line with almost no TRS left. And he goes 6th, and that was a decent lap from him. Nicely did indeed. Oh, Mars. Sorry, Mars. Well, that star should be sorry. So, there's cars heading for another laps. And I realized I'm stupid because we got only short quali and a sprint. So I was stupid by telling it's a full quali, so you're gonna be safe with every time pretty much. But if you want to get into the top 10, you're not gonna be safe overall. Oh, and what was that Mercedes? I wanna see Mercedes on a lap. That was Pac-Man actually, completing his lap now. He's going onto the straight, opening the RS across the line. What's he gonna set? Is he gonna be faster? Is he gonna be slower? He goes 3rd. Nicely done indeed. As the McLaren now of Starry starts a lap. As Django King, sorry, that's Excellence, goes across the line. He did not improve. Sorry, he's heading for a lap now. So Iris goes fastest by merely a half a tenth, and that was a really good lap from him. But we still got some time remaining in this section. I don't think you need to save too much soft tires, so we can go pretty much 3 times and then save 1 for the race. In possibility of late safety car or early safety car if you want to risk it and go on the softs. And I don't know if that was Iris impeding the McLaren, or the McLaren is probably on in lap or out lap. Let's see how's he pushing. That was actually Starry, and he was probably on a lap. Hard to say really. Oh sorry, that was Husky, and he was on a lap. Yeah, so that's 2 possible quali bans for impeding for the top 2 now. So at least you're gonna be, I don't know the lyrics to that star. I know. Excellence goes fastest by 3 tenths. Oh my god. And behind him, only 6 thousandths slower goes Rice. And we got a spectate Rayson. Where do we got Rayson? Where's my boy Rayson? Ah, here it is. He's an Alpine. He invalidated. So nothing to do. KJ, you predicted wrong. Or maybe you're too slow. 2 possibilities, you know. So Rayson is gonna go for a lap now. KJ not happy with my comment. I'm not surprised at all. That was a bit harsh on him. But Rayson now on a lap, going to the sector first, which is pretty smooth, but not smooth as sector 3. He goes into these 2 corners. It's really hard. Oh no, KJ got some curses for me. I hope that's not gonna be the what do we think? I know only songs with copyright, so I can sing that. Maybe I can sing my national anthem if you're gonna be happy with that. So Gde domov můj, gde domov můj, voda učí po lučinách. And I don't know how it goes. Um, but that was. I don't know the lyrics to it. I'm betting you don't know it also, KJ. Oh, I can sing copyrighted songs. Well then, I can sing almost everything I know. Well, you've got my national anthem of Czechia, of course. Gotta hear a bit of it, because I don't know the lyrics how it goes on, because yeah. So Django King on a lap now, probably if I'm not stupid. Um, I can rickroll you. Who's gonna pay the karaoke so I can rickroll the whole stream? Who's gonna pay it? Come on, guys. Who's gonna pay it? Pay it. I'm gonna rickroll the whole stream. Mars, you can pay it. Yeah, okay, I can I can sing a bit of a rickroll if you want. So, never gonna how never gonna let you down. Wait, how does it start? Never gonna. We are not strangers to law. You know the rules, and so do I. Fuck. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Yeah, I think that's gonna be enough because, yeah. Rickrolled 20 people on the stream. Let's go. Gotta make that count. Who joined? Diamonds. Tell me it's not you. It's Mars. You gotta troll me, man. Fuck, stop trolling me when I'm commentating. Fucking hell. Two guys actually fucking trolling me when I'm commentating. So, no one on a lap, probably Adrenaline. Adrenaline is on a lap. So we're gonna head on board with him to this satisfying section. Cause why not? We gotta spectate Ryson again. He's on a out lap. I'm gonna wait till he goes across the line so I can spectate him. For now, we're gonna stick to Adrenaline on board, who's gonna go to the final corner now and complete his lap with a time. Is it gonna be enough to challenge for pole? It's not gonna be enough for challenge for pole, and it's not even enough to challenge for top 10. Not at all. As the McLaren makes round, actually going over the track limit. He's gonna give a nice slipstream. I think it's really hard to get slipstream from this. He's gonna go into the first turn. He's last. I think he invalidated his own result. We're heading into the last laps actually now. So it's gonna be who's gonna be on pole, who's gonna be on the you could say sprint pole. We'll see who's gonna do that for us. We are on board with Rayson now. So we gotta see what's gonna happen there. He's heading to this section nicely, not trying to risk those track limits too much, just get a lap in, go home, hope for a better sprint. I think that's what Rayson is thinking now as he goes now to the satisfying section. I'm gonna say that a lot, gotta get used to that. Now, into the final corner, behind Husky, I think that is. He goes. He's gonna get a lovely slipstream, only a bit, but and where is he gonna end up? That sounds like a fast lap. He's gonna end up P7 with Starry. That was actually Starry who's only managed P13. Husky now who is not gonna be next to cross the line. Cam goes over the line to go 13th as I think that was King Gus to go P9. Alfa Romeo now. Who is gonna be that? As someone spins around there, Ginny Suidi, I think that was, across the line. He's not gonna improve. Ferrari now. Andy McLaren. Husky is the only chance of McLaren getting somewhere into the top 10. Husky goes P5. And the was excellence goes even fastest. But wait, there's a lot of other fast drivers to go across the line. Rice did across the line. So only Jamie Hester now is the one who can challenge. Oh, and he's not gonna be challenging with that mistake. Is he still pushing though? Maybe trying to get everything out of it. Pushing the limits of the track. Trying to get everything out of it. The sector 2 is gonna... And now as he spins around! Jamie Hester spins around after pushing too much. And that's not gonna end up well for him. And I think there's no one else on the lap. I think that's the end of quali. But don't call it that soon. There could be possible drivers. King Gas, possibly. He's gonna go across the line. Where is he gonna end up? He goes P3 to outqualify Jamie Hester after he did that mistake. Only 3 drivers in 120s here in the quali. Chindisoide is gonna be next across the line. He goes P5 behind his teammate. Only 300, but still nice to see. And I think that's the end of quali. So this is your top 3. Excellence on a pole with great 110 gap. Jay Rice is gonna line up second and complete the front row, as Kingas is gonna complete the top 3 with Jamie Hester. It's gonna be the two. That was nice quality, nice to commentate. So this is your grid with excellence having 5 place grid penalty actually. Ediat is explaining that in the chat, so I'm not gonna go into that too deeply. I'm just gonna scroll through the results so I can screenshot it after the race, and Diamond is not gonna probably roast me because I'm too bad and my memory is too bad to screenshot those results and post it after the race. And now we're gonna head into sprint. I don't know actually how many laps is that, but we'll see in a few seconds as I spilled my drink. I am so fucking... Was that question on me, KJ, or are you asking Mars or someone else? Would like to know that. And someone readied up. And that's not gonna be too great. We are starting the race. So now, the sprint. It's lights out and away we go with Excellence being the first. Jay Rice right behind him. King Gas heading right behind him. Rice trying to go around the outside, completing the move beautifully. He goes around the outside. Oh my god. Rice is not leaving any space, anything on the table. He just goes for it. He sees a gap, he goes for it, no matter the conditions of the track. Iris is now sitting in P3. Actually, King Gas has spun around, or was spun around by someone, so that promotes the drivers behind him one place up. As Pegman really on the pace here, trying to get Jamie Harrester right in front of him. As the broadcast cam is not just working for me, but the grid is pretty split out in the first top 5, but then it's pretty close to everyone. So as someone picks up a penalty, it's actually Bowish. So are we gonna see some potential overtaking on this straight with this driving? Rice goes fastest, of course, but Excellence is gonna try to compete for that first place with the 5 great place penalty to minimize his and it's virtual safety car for some reason. We got a virtual safety car, and that's gonna relieve the pressure from the drivers that are in the pressure, of course. I think everyone is gonna be in the pressure actually, so a bit of a relief for a split second, then we're gonna head underway again. Starry picks up 5 seconds time penalty for ignoring yellow flag. And we are gonna head underway. Virtual safety car ending in a few split seconds, and we're gonna see some beautiful racing here between these two and these two and all over the grid, but it's not ending for some reason. When is it gonna end? Everyone wants to get the greatest restart. Aski gets a drive-through penalty, as same as Journey or Sort Up. However, want to call him Excellence now in P2. Now he's far back from Rice. Arias is closer to him than he is to Rice. So it's gonna be a big fight in the top 3. For me, it looks like it now. No fighting for now, but if we look down the grid, we'll see some beautiful fighting. A lot of cars on each other, close. As there's the Alpine of Racing trying to complete a move. He's gonna lose 1 place to Ruben by trying to move. They go side by side through this section. Beautiful racing from these two. It's not gonna end up in contact, and I'm happy about that. It looked so great. Oh wow, nice battle there. It's a scrappy. We're gonna have to wait for the possible overtaking, the DRS to turn on. The grid is packed up around here, as Starry now heading excellence, sets the fastest lap, now pulling towards KJ, sorry, Rice. That was just as Starry tries to complete a move on Adrenaline. Around the outside he tries, it's not gonna work out for him, maybe tries the switchback. No, he just slided a bit as there's his teammate fighting with Sortup there. Sortup trying to make his pass around Husky. It's not managing at all as Cam puts the pressure on Sortup's shoulders. We should spectate Rise, which is not gonna be that interesting, but if someone pays it, we need to watch it, as Excellence is right behind him, not catching him too much. But we're gonna head on as Cam fighting with Adrenaline side by side. Cam defends the place nicely as Adrenaline spins around, goes flying into the air, goes airborne. Oh my god. And that's really not that great weekend for the Red Bull, as there's a big fight still happening between these four drivers. We could count in Ruben, and Django King is getting close also, as there's a fight between Rice and Excellence on the straight. Excellence goes past like it's nothing with DRS. The DRS is pretty strong here, so you don't want to really do anything stupid like this. IRS picks up 3 seconds time penalty, and that's gonna put him out of the contention for the win here in the sprint. He needs to make the gap now to Jamie Hester, which is almost 3 seconds, but Jamie Hester is gonna get the boost of it, seeing that penalty form in hands of IRS. So he's gonna put the throttle down, and he's actually catching him a lot as the fight between these two still continues. They're almost on the same pace, fighting with each other on the same tires, probably same fuel, same ERS. Oh my gosh, these two drivers are gonna totally get on it in these 5 laps remaining of the sprint. IRS is just gonna hang around behind him, try to make the gap to Jamie Hester, but Jamie Hester looks to be a bit fast to do anything that. As Jamie Hester picks up 3 seconds time penalty, so IRS has a bit of pressure from his shoulders, as now Cam is gonna try to overtake Sortup on this straight, and it's gonna be pretty easy with DRS. He goes from him in front of him. Pretty easy move. This is special rivalry of the Ferrari. Starry is not gonna gain anything from that, and the fight is pretty not exciting. But the fight in front is gonna get exciting in a few laps times, as we see these two drivers competing for a race pole. But Excellence with D5's place grid penalty is not really there. But let's ignore that. They're competing for the win here in the sprint. So we're 6 laps in. These two drivers still on his tail. These drivers also racing each other hardly but fairly, and that's what you want to really see on this track, of course, as Adrenaline spins around for some reason, and that's really bad. You want to see Adrenaline? Adrenaline's front wing is fine, but now from the top 3 to 6, from 3 to 6, there's penalties, so not great at all to see that. But he's gonna sort up, gonna think even about trying to get past. No, he's not gonna even think about it, as he tries to manage the exit on this corner, trying to gain from it the most of it. Really for him it's gonna be enough if he stays behind now. He's not catching his teammate at all, and he's gonna, if he's gonna stay out of the penalties, he's gonna just compete for the P6 pretty easily. Starry with the penalty also there. Not gonna be happy about that penalty at all. So Rice now on the tail of excellence, still not managing to get past. They're on the same ERs pretty much, trying to get the track limits. IRS picks up another 3 seconds, and that's gonna give the boost to Jamie Hester again. But Rice is gonna try the move now. Let me hydrate. And it was a needy hydration, because they're gonna be probably side by side into the first corner. They're not gonna be side by side. Rice completes that move like a piece of cake to get in front. Now it's Rice from excellence in 2 laps remaining in this sprint. Cam actually retires. What happened there? That's gonna promote the drivers into better places. Especially Sortap, who was trying to get past his through Cam a long time. Starry is gonna try to maybe gain something from it, more like try to stay in that DRS, try to make the biggest gap you could ever see in a sprint race. Of course, I'm not counting in Max Verstappen, who's just doing 10 seconds gap in sprints, but we're heading into the later stages of the Grand Prix. Excellence looks really close to Rice now, with 2 laps remaining across the line now. So this should be interesting as he lifts, and he's going for the tactic to overtake him on the final lap, final straight, final DRS straight. Which is a great tactic, but if you're not gonna get the exit, and if you're not gonna stay close enough, it's just not gonna work out for you at all. As we see Starry really close to the Mercedes, but the dirty air is not helping it at all to stay on him, probably overtake him, but I don't think there's point overtaking him with the penalty. Probably he could appeal his penalty, there's no point in that. As we get an intel from Cam why he retired, he spun out, and then someone crashed into him and broke his wheels. So I should hydrate. Thank you, Tyler. I'm gonna enjoy this hydration. Rice actually gets a penalty. Thank you, Mars, for that. And that's gonna totally change the strategy between these 2 guys. But Excellence is not saving any time. He goes in front of him, and now it's gonna be fight on the last straight. Rice maybe could try to do something, but it's gonna be really hard to do something in the parts of this track. Iris is gonna be pushed out of the podium if he's not gonna make up 5 tenths on this lap to Jamie Hester. Ooh, Rice gets perilously close to excellence in that corner. All as he can hope now is that he is gonna get a penalty. I mean excellence. Or Rice is just gonna be out of this contention for the sprint win here. And it looks how it looks, you know. So this is the final corners before the final straight. It's not gonna be the whole straight, it's gonna be pretty much more than a half. You could say 3/4 of the straight. But I don't think it's gonna be enough for Rice to make his pass through Excellence. And Excellence is gonna take that to home and he goes across the line to finish P1 in the sprint, as IRS is not completing the 3 gaps. 1/10, just 1/10. He could have been on podium. He's third. Sort up now promoted. Tastari falls down to P10 with his penalty. That was perilously close there. Also, great sprint race, and now we gotta get the race underway in a few seconds. Rice is gonna be on the pole because of Excellence's penalty. I don't know how can you actually get that removed with crit penalty, but yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen there. It could be motivating for Excellence actually, so we'll see what's gonna happen there. So, this is your sprint results. Heskey also great recovery from the drive-through, finishing P13. Great race. Or sorry, great mini race. Or should I say sprint? We're gonna head to Grand Prix in a few moments' time. So we got 3 minutes if someone's not gonna ready up. So I could have engineered today, but I choose to come because I feel energetic today. So if the race is not gonna be boring, I'm not gonna fall asleep as I normally do when commentating. So we are starting. I propose someone ready up, but now we're not gonna go around it. As we get the lights out and away we go with almost immediately Jamie Hester taking the inside line from Jamie, colliding there, but Jamie now losing 2 places as there's a lot of collision. Maybe ERS could have front wing damage. I don't think there's gonna be front wing damage. He's gonna be lucky about that. As Excellence now in P4, gaining 2 places on the start. He's gonna be in the contention of the win. He is in the contention for the win, even from the start. My man is not leaving anything on the table. He wants that win right now. As he gets warning right away also on the start. Um, ooh, as Starry goes wide into the corner, he's gonna lose a lot of momentum going to that corner. Husky actually losing 3 positions on the start. There was something on the start that make a lot of drivers in uncomfy position, but almost immediately there's a big fight in the top 2, and I think soon enough there is gonna be excellence joining that fight. It's a penalty, really. Rice is not gonna force his pass through, but just gonna do it without using any ERS on IRS, as they almost spins there around. There was just a racing incident. They had all, both of them. They had enough space to do that. So Rice now. Jamie right behind Rice, not in the contention. Excellence actually fallen 1 places to Pac-Man. There could be a big fight in the top 5, and it is a big fight in the top 5 for now. So we'll see what's gonna happen there. Iris makes a comfy gap to Rice, so it's gonna be fight between from P2 to P5. ARS, he's on ERS, you could say. IRS is on ERS. So he's not driving a Red Bull, so I can say he's got a wings, but he's driving a Haas. As Jamie is gonna force his pass through Rice, or is he just gonna try? He's just gonna inch in front to try to go around the outside. In the inside. But Rice is trying to defend that, as they're both fighting hard for that position, side by side to the first sector. Oh my gosh! As Jamie Hester finally completes that move. He's not gonna complete that move. Rice with the switcheroo and excellent spinning out Pac-Man and DNFing him into the wall. 2 big events happening right away behind each other, and that could be possibly penalty, as Rice is falling places down and down. Now P4, even that great switchback is not gonna help him with that. So it's just gonna be fight between the 3 guys now. I would like to know what happened there with Excellence. That's why I don't use broadcast cam. But now I think we got the ERS enabled, so Excellence is not. He doesn't need to use any ERS to Jamie Hester. Jamie Hester is actually burning. That's just not gonna work for him, as Excellence is trying to make the pass through, but Jamie Hester defended that brilliantly, and still defending, still needs to defend that. Maybe a cheeky switcheroo there, no, trying to go side by side, but that's just not gonna work out in the turn 4. And he goes now down inside, tries to get that, but he's not gonna get it at all. So now 5 laps in, probably you could say 4 laps in. That's how you want to count it. As something happened, adrenaline spins out, or it's what? I think adrenaline spins out, and it's not great weekend for him. It's Husky is having also a bad weekend. But now, can Excellence force his way past Jamie Hester to get chasing with ERS to IRS? and he makes his pass through easily, without any doubt necessary. Now Rice is actually, for some reason, really slow against the sprint. He's on hard tires. Also, he's the only one in the fight and on hard tires. That's gonna be the problem. So Jamie Hester is losing the gap to Excellence. Excellence is just fast on the circuit, and as Ediat said in the chat, Excellence just got another motivation to win this race, to absolutely dominate. I feel like watching Las Vegas Grand Prix as Iris picks up 3 second time penalty. It's over for you, mate. It's over. Excellence is just gonna. He's hungry. He wants to get that race win for Williams. Probably first race win for Williams, actually. Here. So, Pac-Man is actually on the same pace with Iris. Maybe not gonna work out for him. Just not. It's gonna be. We'll see. We'll see. Ediat wants to be the greatest engineer of his life. Yeah, it's there, Mars. You don't have to be aggressive with the caps lock. I can scream at you also if you want to. But Bavish picks up 3 seconds time penalty. I think that was enough of the tires. You've seen enough. As we go. Oh, KJ was asking actually. Sorry. Sorry. It's really hard to look at the chat between these fights, you know. So don't blame me, please. I've got it all the way. I also got the chat on my second monitor all the way to right, so I have to move my head to see even the chat. So it's hard to notice some of the messages. So even if you're gonna just highlight the message, I probably will not see it. Just gotta wait till I look at the chat. But now, back to racing, back to F1. Iris is nice with that gap. Excellence is catching him, but it's pretty much the same pace as Iris. They're not on the same tires also, so those softs could go off pretty easily in a few moments time. Yeah, Mars, it's too much effort. My head hurts. It's hard to turn my head every single second as I'm watching a fight and commentating it. Yeah, it's hard. You can try it yourself. So, noting there's a big scrap here in the back. Didn't see that, but Rayson going side by side with Ruben there for a split second. The AlphaTauri. Oh, whoa! And there's damage for the AlphaTauri. Volt is gonna pick up the places from that incident. He's gonna move 2 places up with that penalty. And that was nice move indeed. It's not gonna be nice for the AlphaTauris though. But a big fight here happening with Django King, Sorta, Price and Ruben. And Walt could be on to join that fight in a few split seconds. Maybe minutes. Django King picks up 3 seconds time penalty. So DRS wide open as he makes his pass through. He's gonna try to go down inside, and there's a contact, but it's not gonna affect the race. Is probably heading side by side, Rayson and Sort Up, but they're gonna be on the same page as they were on the straight before the overtake started. As Sortup makes mistake coming out of the corner, but Rayson is not gonna make nothing of it. And news, excellence, now in the DRS of IRS. How did he do that? Don't ask me. I have no idea, but he's just too fast. He's the sweat of Qatar, really. As IRS pits now, I don't know what was that move from Excellence actually. And Excellence is gonna be now. It's gonna be hard to see what is gonna IRS pit on. Probably hards, maybe mediums. He's going onto the mediums. They're not gonna last the 20 laps, I think. Maybe he could try it. Maybe it could work out for him. But it's about, we'll see. Husky picks up 3 seconds time penalty. As Rice, now the mediums started to fall off by a bit. Now the hards could be faster. So we could see some great fighting between these two. Of course, that is if Rayson retired on a track. His Alpine is still going, but don't see why he retired. Maybe we could get some insight. Maybe he got a wing damage and said, nah, I'm not doing this. Maybe that's the thing. But are we gonna get the safety car? Because Iris could be screwed. And we're not gonna get any safety car. Starry has left this session. I'm gonna invite him. Sorry for this, but I'm gonna try to get it out the way as soon as possible. But Rice is still not doing anything on the straight. Still keeping him behind Haster, keeping behind Rice. We're watching this battle, but nothing big happening between these drivers. But it's really one overtaking, maybe two overtaking spots, where you can. Kingas goes for the fastest lap. He completes that with 1:24.9. That's 4-5 seconds ish slower than pole time, but it's a race pace. You can expect a lot of from that. I think I invited you. Are you in, Starry? I'm gonna invite you again then. Here we go, I'm gonna spam you a few invites. As Rice now decides to pit from hard. And that's That's an interesting strategy. Is he going for the two stop? Possible. He's gonna go onto mediums. So yeah, that's now excellence also bits, but he goes onto hearts. Do we see some strategy cooking here? Some of the drivers may be cooking, but maybe some of them uncooking. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to see what's gonna happen. That gives the race lead to Jamie Hester for a while until he decides to pit. Iris needs his ERS to get out of the traffic. He's in P5 now. Is he going for the... He undercut it. Excellence, you could say. He was right behind him. Now he's 5 seconds behind him. But he needs to probably pit again. IRS is not... he is not high on ERS. As he goes through the second sector. Starry fastest lap, 21 seconds. Okay, big man. Okay, what happened there? I'm not gonna talk about that. Sort up into the pits now. Iris completes the move. Sorry, I didn't see that. I was watching other things. But Iris completes that move. As Cam is now gonna come back from that overtake. And it's just gonna stay how it was. But it's not gonna stay how it was, said Iris. He goes around the outside. Completes that move. Nicely done from him. Good. As now he's into the podium places of this Grand Prix. And he undercut it by a mile. Excellence, but excellence is pretty behind. 3 seconds ish is gonna be the gap. Django King is yellow on fuel. That's the only driver from the top 10 low on fuel. Don't know what's he cooking there, but it's just not gonna work out for him probably. Mars is just showing the Belgium's frustration getting two ads in 2 different languages. That's the Belgium frustration. As Jamie now decides to pit. What did he pit on? What tires are we on? Where are we gonna get the onboard lap to see that? He's on hards. So I think he's gonna carry them till the end of the race. Now it's gonna be fight between Excellence and ERS. How it's been... Oh, sorry, I paused the game. How it's gonna be for a long time. And it's gonna be probably in this race for a long time. But Rice is also now cooking. I would wonder what he gonna do on those mediums. He's gotta carry them a long way to the end. They're gonna fall off really hard. So Speckman left the session now, but Excellence is being just excellent in catching IRS with his ERS. And that's my puns there. Starry will be happy and proud of me. Master Pillow as Cam goes into the pits. And Rice now trying to catch excellent pace but it's just not probably work out for him. He's gotta wait till Excellence makes a excellent pass on IRS to Rice catch IRS with his ERS. So yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen there. A lot of puns actually happening here. Here and there, you gotta put some puns into there. The bro is strike. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one, Mars. Gonna give you that. But Excellent being on his excellent pace now catched up to IRS clip gaming, and Excellence is gonna try to clip that overtake on him as IRS goes into the pits on those mediums. I suppose go onto the next mediums, maybe gain some ERS for IRS. That promotes Rice to P2. He goes on to Hearts. Okay, big man. What? He's not cooking. He's uncooking this race actually. He's not gonna have any time. He's uncooking this race. He's gonna fall into the traffic now. Probably behind the mark. Maybe gonna come out on front. Just a bit, yeah. And there's a big ups. And wish me good luck. I'm not gonna fall asleep with this big of a gaps. But now, there's at least this fight with Django King low on fuel, Ruben Scott right behind him, and Volt trying to keep them behind, but also he got a penalty, so that's not probably gonna work out for him. But we gotta watch IRS closely if he's gonna cook this strategy, or is he gonna uncook this race and finish somewhere lower than he would have expected. Yeah, let's show the tires. Here are the tires, and I think IRS is just uncooking this race. That's just not gonna work out for him. Yeah. Shut up, Mars. As now, Django King is gonna make the pass in the vault. That was a late move from Django King, almost going into the back of Vault. But he makes that pass pretty nicely done into turn 1. Ivan Ishrik picks up 3 seconds time penalty. The Japanese driver. But now, the eyes probably it's gonna be on Rise's mediums, but he pitted soon. I wonder if he's gonna catch excellent pace. Probably not. Actually gonna lose. Ooh, and there's yellow flags in this. I don't see any damage on the McLaren. Not even on the AlphaTauri. Would wonder what's gonna happen there. Yeah, let's check the fuel. Django is low on fuel. No one, Adrenaline is low on fuel. Sort Up is low on fuel. And it's only 3 drivers low on fuel. So, I expected more drivers low on fuel, but actually only 3. It's kind of surprising for if you ask me. As Iris, what the fuck are you going? What the fuck are you doing, mate? He's uncooking this race, totally. He's just now fighting for points. As they're going side by side, Volt leaves that to IRS. As IRS, I've seen a diabolical dive bomb coming there, but IRS is not that dumb to make that move. Ooh, bit of a touch there, but still working. He picks up another 3 seconds time penalty. We should look at the penalties as he makes the switch back on Jungkooking. That was a beautiful move. But the thing that's not beautiful about this is 9 seconds time penalties. Maybe he's not uncooking. Maybe he did go onto the great strategy with the penalties. If he expected he's gonna pick up more penalties, then he did the right thing, in my opinion. So Walt makes his pass to Jungkook. Sorry for yapping there. Starry picks up 5 seconds time penalty for speeding in the path line. That's a new one. Yeah, as normal, Mars. That's totally normal for me. KJR should have joined me, and not being in the chat would be more interesting if we had 2 commentators. But I'm gonna make it to the end. I'm gonna make the most of it, this commentating. Easy or stops, guys. We're gonna go on the penalties again. Hydrate, thank you, Tyler. Gonna enjoy this hydration. Thank you, Tyler. That's my glass of water done for today's race. Gonna head on with it. 9, actually 10 more laps without water. Gonna do that. I'm not gonna show you a whole grid. Yes, idiot. You gotta pick at least one driver. Be happy, I'm gonna show you one driver. I'm gonna show you Rice. Be happy about that. I'm just not gonna... well, top 3, yeah. I'm gonna do that for you, but not the whole grid, mate. You gotta know your limits there, mate. Yeah? Know your limits. Idiot is thinking too much of the engineering. That does not give you superpowers to show me the whole grid just for you, you know? So, excellence on excellent pace, excellent race. If he's not gonna do anything stupid, he's just winning this race. And of course, safety cars could exist. IRS is trying to make the most of it. He's catching Bawish slowly but surely. But he needs to make a 9 seconds gap, which is in equivalent to chase down Jamie Hester. And if he does not do that, he could end up pretty badly. But P5, you could take that also. Jamie Hester ERS. Here's your ERS of Jamie Hester. As he actually caught up to Rice. I think Rice's mediums are starting to go off bit by bit. And it's just too bad. Let's watch. Let's look at the tires, shall we? So here's your tires. I think maybe the higher strategy could work there for a brief second. But now I'm gonna be more interested in a fight between these two. As Rice also uncooking this race. He's gonna try to go on softs, I suppose. I wonder what those drivers are trying. And now, the real question is there. Is it gonna be a Ferrari strategy, or is it gonna be the good strategy? The nice strategy, the cooked strategy? But we'll see. Bawish is all on the podium. That's interesting. It's a new one. Iris now trying to pick up the pace, chase down Bawish, make the 9 seconds gap to him, and pick up the podium there. Bawish also has a penalty, 6 seconds, so he needs 3 seconds to Bawish, but Walt also exists, but I think the math is adding up. If he makes just around 5 seconds, he should be fine enough. Ooh. Iris. Bawish picks up also 9 seconds time penalty. That's gonna make it a bit easier to get in front of Bawish, but not easier to get in front of Walt behind, who's on 0 penalties. Now he's gonna force his way through Bawish. A pretty easy move down right into turn 1. Now Iris is gonna try to make the biggest... Okay, there's a big enough gap. Rice is gonna probably catch up the 9 seconds. Yeah, I think he's just gonna be there. There's not gonna be Iris podium. It's gonna be at least Rice's podium. So yeah, let's watch the tires for a bit. A lot of drivers actually pitting onto the softs. I wonder what's the strategy on about. I don't think that's gonna work for the drivers. Maybe for some, but for some probably not. Jamie catching excellence. He's on a fresher hours, but those 2 laps, they can do a lot, but for a brief moment do a lot. So yeah, it could be really the fight. Even if Excellence picks up a penalty, he's gonna have a big pressure on his shoulders. He can now pretty much do this and be Iris's podium is gone within few snaps. He's gonna be happy about P what is that? P5, P4? Yeah. So now let's watch the penalties. And it's game on for a lot of drivers. Walt is now gonna try to pass Bawish on fresh softs, as Bawish is also on fresh softs, and another Aston Martin behind. They're pretty high on, as Bawish is also low on fuel, and Iris is just uncooking this race. 12 seconds time penalty. Man, they are not cooking this race. Bawish also pitted. I don't know what. My math is also not mathing Mars. Rice is just gonna probably stay behind. I don't think he's catching to Jamie Hester at all. He's gonna be happy with what he's got. Wait! Excellent 3 seconds time penalty! Now it's the game on. Now it's the real deal. Jamie is on a win for now. He's for a win. Now this is game on. Jamie Esther only 3 tenths slower. Oh my god. Jamie is totally cooking here. Let him cook, I said. Hold up, let him cook. He's gotta catch only 1 second and 2 tenths to excellence in 4 laps. So he needs to catch around 4 tenths, 3 tenths per lap. That's possible with 2 laps fresher tires. Now Jamie, I'm gonna tell you one thing. It's time to cook. Jamie is gotta cook. KJ is actually gotta like this one, since he can't win. At least his teammates can win. But Jamie is catching a big time to excellence. And it's really the game on here. Low on fuel is Django King. Bowish. Sort up, Adrenaline. And that's the only drivers with Ishawandik. Also, Excellence has 70% tire wear. And the game is off. JB Hester picks up 3 seconds time penalty. The game is off. That is, of course, if he's not gonna catch. He needs to catch second and more per lap, which could be possible, but I mean, he just threw it away with the penalty. He needs to hope Excellence he's gonna get another penalty, because then he wins it, but for now it's just uncooking this. Let's watch the the tires. 13 against 15. Yeah, really interesting to see what's gonna happen there. Mars. Mars is getting the same ads. But Jamie is actually cooking. It's still Jamie for a win here. Excuse me for a second. I've gotta... Jamie is absolutely cooking. What are you on, Jamie? The Alfa Romeo driver. Oh my god. So, is it still game on? If Excellence is gonna do a mistake, just barely mistake, Ishwanidik is retired. Jamie could be for a win here. If I were Jamie, I would save ERS. Because if you save ERS, you could catch him on the final straight. There is enough pace to get him on the final run to the line, but you gotta have a lot of ERS. If he's gonna push the car to limits, he could get into the DRS. Yeah, it's gonna be close, or it's not gonna be even close. Oh my god, what are you doing, ERS? Another 3 seconds. Well, he's gonna just be behind Rice still. So now, the game on. Last lap is gonna tell everything from this race. it's gonna be the whole story. This race. Is it gonna be Jamie? Is it gonna be Excellence? Are they gonna collide and it's gonna be IRS or Rise? It's just game on. As Jamie makes a mistake, and I think that cost him the win. Excellence would have to get a puncher now. Yeah, that's the end to this beautiful commentary I could have had. Jamie is gonna walk the shame. He's gonna have to walk the shame onto the podium and celebrate with the shame. As actually, Rice overtook Iris somewhere. I don't know where, but he did it. But yeah, Jamie absolutely uncooking this race. Bavish makes his way past Django King. Yeah, there's a puncher. That's puncher for Jamie Hester. I mean, he should be fine, whatever happens. But it's given me the Silverstone 2020 vibes. But he should be fine. Yeah, he's gonna be fine. But not even Excellence has a puncher also. But he's gonna complete this beautiful race. Wait, what's gonna happen here? Excellence goes across the line to win the Qatar Grand Prix. As there's Rice finishing on the podium. And oh my, what was this race? Amazing class laps. Excellence is the winner of this chaotic race. Oh my. What to watch this? Oh, yeah. Nice race indeed. Nice race. Iris. What happened to Iris? Why is he 12? But yeah, what a race! Honestly, beautiful. Okay, let's make the interviews. They're gonna be real exciting. And that's the end. Let's move Rice in here. Hello, Rice. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
So this strategy with the softs, I think it paid off in the end, because Jamie Hester got a puncher with Excellence, finishing.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was only 4 tenths between them.
Jeez.
What a race from you! Actually, great comeback with the pit. Everyone was asking what was that strategy, but it did work out for you. What was the decision to make that?
Well, to be honest, I just wanted a calm, medium to hard or hard to medium. Well, first of all, the smartass decided to ready up on the grid while I was just chilling, so I couldn't really pick my strategy. So I went with the hard medium. And I think my tire pressures weren't right because on like lap 4 I already had 22% wear on my hard tires. It was awful. So I quickly pitted onto the mediums way before I wanted to. That went quite well, and then I found out I had to save some fuel. So I was on 0.1 lap of fuel pretty much the whole race. I was saving fuel the whole race, and I saw F1 Mad pulling over to the side of the track. I think also out of fuel. I don't know what happened to him. Then my tire wear was down. I pitted onto the softs because what else? Where else I have to pit on? I don't know. That quite worked for me with the fresh rubber and the more grip. I was able to overtake a few people and then eventually get the podium.
Yeah, nice race. It was really beautiful to watch. I think you're gonna be happy with that result. Can you tell anything more about the race? What happened? I mean, you told a lot now, but I don't have any more
Yeah.
questions. I'm not husky, so it's hard
Um,
to think
yeah, I'm
about.
pretty happy about this result, especially from last week. I DNF'd, and I also want to point out one thing. I was fighting in the early stages with Jamie, was a good battle by the way, and Excellence was also a good battle by the way. And I thought F1 Matt was in the mix, but it was we were like it was a four-way battle, but then FG Pac-Man decided, to join the battle. But all of a sudden, he's lagging all over the place, and I just see him swerve into the apex of the hairpin, 500 meters back in my rearview mirror. That scared the shit out of me, and then he just disappeared for some reason. I have no clue, but yeah, that was quite funny.
Yeah, I think that's everything for me. We gotta move on. We got some other drivers here. So, beautiful result. Have a nice one. Goodbye.
Thank you, thank you.
And if you're gonna wait, Jamie, for a bit, you were the third driver. I'm gonna interview now F1 Matt. So, F1 Matt, can you hear me? Hello? I think there's gonna be some mic issues. We're gonna wait a bit. Uh, well, when F1 Matt is gonna fix his microphone probably. Oh, is it? Is it good? I can still hear you.
Yeah,
So, I can hear you. Good. Or is it?
yeah, it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah, nice. So, pretty disappointing race. I don't know what happened in the final last lap there. I've seen you finish P15 from P4, or what was it? Can you tell me what happened there?
There's nothing much apart from the drivers that I get that are driving around are just kind of crap, and we just move on with it. I had problems, they had problems, I had even more problems, and we just move on with it. I had a punch on the last lap, which hurt me pretty badly, but we just go from there. We move on.
Yeah, and you were the driver to pick up most of the penalties, even though you had a pretty good strategy. So you gotta be disappointed about that also. It was really disappointing race from you. Can you tell me something from your race exciting?
Nothing really, apart from lap one, when people are trying to fight and they just don't know how to really drive. You need to race properly and you're not racing properly. I seen spins and DNFs on that first lap, and you don't do that, and you're not racing competitively. If you're going to race competitively, you're going to race here competitively, and you're going to act clean. If you're not here to race competitively, the door's behind you. Leave.
Yeah. Uh, what did you think about the strategy? You went, I think, it was softs, mediums, and then hards. It was pretty clean strategy, but my question is, why did you go from mediums to hards, or possibly why did you start on the softs?
Started on soft to try and get a bit of a gap. Did get a bit of gap, got a bit of leverage. And then you've had the same old people overtaking each other, got a gap, produce foundations. We went from there. And then excellence came through, and I feel like he's got grip hacks. In all honesty, he was using his grip hacks and whatnot, and that's when we lost the time. I lost my gap and I lost my grip, and I went into the pits and went onto the mediums. I did a few laps in the mediums. Thought the hard can go the way, and the hard just didn't go the way. So just a bit rubbish. But we'll go next week, and next week is my weekend.
Okay, I think that's everything for me. I've got to interview a few more drivers now. So have a nice one and get your head up. You're gonna have a nice race next time. Goodbye.
Don't worry. D3, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
So Jamie Hester, now you can talk. I'm gonna interview you now. You.
Hi, mate, you
Hello.
alright?
Hello. A great race from you, almost taking the win. So interesting what happened on the final lap there. I think you went off, but then I've seen you got a puncher. Excellence got a puncher later than you, even though he was on older tires. So that was possibly just all luck. Can you tell me something about that?
No, like you said on the last lap, I only had a front right puncher. Front left was fine. To be fair, I wasn't even looking at excellence. I was more worried about J Rise behind catching me, because he had the same time penalties anyway. So he'd have beat me to the line, and then coming round the second to last corner, I see excellence going really slow, and it was so close but so far, nothing I could do.
Yeah, you went on to the different strategy. I think you made one stop. It did not work out for you whatsoever, but now a lot of drivers can learn from that, and it was a close finish in the end. I don't have anything to ask more. You had a great battles there, but you can tell me something exciting from your race.
Not much really. I still believe the one stop was the better strategy because me and Excellence both did a one stop and it was a 1-2. But yeah, F1 Mab was pulling away at the start. 4 seconds, I was like, oh, he's gone. I was for settling for P3, maybe P4 at that point. And yeah, I was just keeping an eye on fuel. But yeah, great race. Literally come down to the wire.
Yeah, nice finish there. My head blew off when I've seen that finish. So, great finish there. Great race from you. Now I'm gonna interview the other guys. So have a nice evening and goodbye.
No worries, buddy. You too.
So now we got Excellence. Hello, Excellence. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
I didn't really see where did you finish. Yeah, you finished first. Sorry, gotta bring back my memory. What a race! What a finish! 4 tenths in the final straight. Getting a puncher, I think, halfway through the sector two. Can you tell me something about that?
I actually had like 3 punctures at the last lap.
Oh my god.
First one on the half of the lap, then the second one, and at the last straight I had the third one. So it was a bit shocking because I don't know, the tire wear was more than I expected, but it was a very close race. I congratulate Jamie Hester.
Yeah, you were on excellent pace, as I need to say, through the whole race. You were catching everyone behind. The only thing that almost got you was the punctures, actually. I don't know, did you run out of fuel on the final straight, or was it just
No,
only punctures?
I had a lot of fuel. It was just punctures.
Yeah, you were losing a lot of time on the straight with those punctures to Jamie, who had only one puncher. So, that did
I was
work
very
out for you.
scared when the gap was below 2 seconds. I couldn't drive at all. The drivability was shit.
Yeah, he
So
started to catching you in the later stages of the Grand Prix. He started to catch you by merely 5 tenths a lap. So
yeah,
it was really interesting to watch what's gonna happen there. Almost did went in the Jamie Hester's way, but in the end, you were the man who finished the first, even with the 5 place grid penalty. Can you
yeah.
also tell something about that? We've seen only a few of it from the
The
stream.
funny thing is, I'm doing my out lap. No one behind me on a hot lap. Only Husky, who also leaves his garage, He was driving behind me very slowly, so game gave me 5 place grid penalty. That happened to me before at Hungary. I don't know what else to say. I
Yeah.
think the lobby hosters should restart the game because of
Well,
these issues.
it's hard to restart the whole lobby just because of one penalty. I'm not the one who makes the decisions like this, so um, I'm not gonna tell you a lot about this, but it's a shame. But you still finished P1, so I don't think there's nothing to be angry about.
Yeah,
It's a
even
still.
though strategy didn't work out for me, the raw pace was better on
Yeah,
my
I
side.
was just about to ask you that if you think the three stopper was better than the two. Sorry,
No,
the two stopper than the one stopper.
one stop definitely better, but you have to pit at the right time or just adjust the tire pressures.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's everything from me. Great race from you, finishing P1. Absolutely dominant race. Even great finish. That's everything from me. Have a nice evening and goodbye.
Thanks. Goodbye.
So, sort up, or should I call you Journey? That's my first question, actually.
Don't mind, mate.
Yeah, so I'll call you sort up because it's on your aim. So, you finished in the end, I think, what was it, P7?
Oh, no, towards the back.
Something happened. I didn't really watch your race, so you can tell me something about it.
Qualifying was P16. I had a great sprint, which put me to P6, starting P5 through penalties into the race. The race, I put the wrong strategy on. I forgot to add fuel. So the reason I was so low down towards the end, I had no fuel for the last lap. And I had a puncture unplanned, so I had to pit early and do a two-stop.
Yeah, in the end, the two stopper was better. That's from the what Excellence and Jamie Hester said, but the one stopper is also good if you just have it greatly planned out. What do you think about the strategy in the race? Do you think the two stopper was better than the one stopper?
The one-stopper would have worked if I did it right, starting on mediums, lap 13 to hards. But I didn't set it up correctly. It all went down from there.
Um, you're not the only one who was disappointed. There was a lot of other drivers disappointing with the race. For instance, F1 Matt. I don't know what's the next race. Really forgot about it. Let me look. It's Spain. So
Oh,
that's gonna be an interesting one. Also, pretty almost the same track as Qatar, in my opinion. Um, so. I don't think I have anything else to ask you, really. That's everything for me. Do you want to say anything else?
just disappointed, really. But we'll have them next week.
Yeah, you're gonna get them next week. Um, so have a nice evening for now,
You too.
and goodbye.
See ya.
So that was everything from me and the interviewed drivers. I'm gonna see you next week, me commentating. Of course, you're gonna see, I think, Rice commentating tomorrow. So, everyone, have a nice evening and goodbye.